Presidential candidate Kamala Harris is expected to choose her running mate next week, and Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker appears to be a strong contender.
Our Judy Wang joining us now with the latest on this. Judy.
J.B. Pritzker, who has been increasing his national profile, met with Kamala Harris's vetting team twice this week. Multiple media outlets citing sources with knowledge of the meetings report the process of vetting Pritzker started last week. When pressed about it, the governor has essentially given the same response, that he doesn't want to discuss it. He may not want to discuss it, but abortion rights groups, business and labor leaders are, and they are publicly backing Pritzker for VP.
This may be the 73rd time that you and your colleagues have asked this question. I'm not going to talk about those conversations.
If he is a finalist, the governor isn't saying it.
Whatever happens in this process that I understand is going on, my job is to make sure that we win in November.
As recently as last night, Pritzker would not confirm or deny.
Well, naturally, people have called to talk to me about the possibility of being the vice presidential candidate. I'm not going to say who those people were or talk about those conversations, but I'm flattered by all of it.
Governor Pritzker interviewed with Kamala Harris's vetting team Monday and Wednesday. He started submitting vetting materials last week. Former Attorney General Eric Holder is leading the search, which normally takes months. Harris is expected to name her running mate by early next week. Thursday, abortion rights groups Personal PAC and Men for Choice urged Harris to pick Pritzker. In their letter to her, they wrote a Harris-Pritzker ticket would be a force to be reckoned with in efforts to protect the right to choose. The same day, 40 Illinois business leaders, including Chicago Bears chairman George McCaskey, signed a letter supporting Pritzker for VP. A third letter signed by nearly 100 union members calls the governor a tireless leader who gets big things done. Harris's vetting team has also interviewed Pennsylvania Governor Josh Shapiro, Arizona Senator Mark Kelly, Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear, Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg, and Minnesota Governor Tim Walz. Kamala Harris is expected to appear with her running mate in Philadelphia Tuesday. That is when she's scheduled to kick off a campaign tour that will take her through 7 battleground states. Back to you.